And folks, we are back on TSSR Game Time Live. Hey, we have video now. So you don't get just the radio play-by-play guy. We're going to turn things over to Athletic Director Caleb Hall as we're going to have our senior night ceremonies for the West Prairie Cyclones and their seniors tonight.
Good evening. At this time, we would like to recognize and honor our 2021 senior basketball players. Up first, number 21, Briar Friday. Briar is the son of Troy Friday and Tracy Friday and has participated in basketball for all 4 years. His most memorable experience for basketball is just getting back on the court for his senior season, because for a long time nobody knew if there would be a season or not. After his time on the team is over, Briar will most miss the time he got to spend with his teammates, and his advice to younger players is to enjoy the little things and have fun. After he graduates, Briar plans on attending WIU and studying veterinary medicine. Number 23, Andrew Sullivan.
Push the display button to get that out of there. Do you know which one that is?
Andrew is the son of Mark and Gretchen Sullivan and has participated in basketball for all 4 years of high school. His favorite memory from basketball is being able to play sports this year, given the uncertainties coming into the school year. After this season, Andrew will most miss the camaraderie that took place on the team during practices, games, and school. And his advice to younger players is to never take your high school years for granted, because they go by very quickly, and if you blink, you'll miss them. After he graduates, Andrew plans on attending Western Illinois University. Number 32, Reagan Weaver. Reagan is the son of Travis and Sherry Weaver and has participated in basketball all 4 years. His favorite memory is just being able to play during the global pandemic. After he graduates, he will miss just being able to compete in organized sports. And his advice to younger players is don't waste your high school years, care about things, and cherish every minute of it. After he graduates, Reagan plans to attend WIU and study supply chain management. And number 34, Matt Geltmacher. Matthew is the son of David and Alicia Geltmacher and has participated in basketball all 4 years. His favorite memory from basketball is getting second place at the Bushnell Tournament, which was the first time they'd won a trophy under Coach Duncan. After his time on the team, he will miss the game along with all the fun practices they had. His advice to younger players is to give high school your all, because you have no clue what it has in store for you. After he graduates, Matthew plans on attending Iowa Lakes Community College to study wind energy and turbine technology. Congratulations, seniors. It's been a tough year, but we're all excited that you have been able to play this season and that you are just been an amazing group in the school, and you will be missed once your season's over. So congratulations again. Good luck.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, "You better come home because there's no roof." He said, "I look up and see the sky." He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
You see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
And welcome here. Yay, sound, picture, audio, everything is working. And I'm going to say a big shout out to my buddy Ethan Hunt. He did a fantastic job doing troubleshooting here this evening. And I got to thank the main man because he did an awesome job. Sorry for the problems in the first game, but we have it corrected for game number 2 here on the evening. It is senior night here at West Prairie High School. Glad you're in alongside here as Illini West takes on the Cyclones of West Prairie. Greg Duncan, the head coach of the Cyclones, and the head coach Justin Ellison of the Illini West Chargers. Just about ready to make things official this evening. We'll get the starting lineups for you in just a moment. Let's turn it over to our PA announcer.
At this time, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Chargers. Number 2, junior Nick Manzo. number 35, junior Max Richardson. And number 44, junior Tanner Freeman. The Chargers are coached by Justin Ellison and assisted by Tim Lafferty and Matt Zeringer. And now, the starting lineup for your West Prairie Cyclones. Number 2, junior Braxton Dunn. Number 21, senior Brian Friday. Number 23, senior Andrew Sullivan. Number 32, senior Reagan Weaver. And the man in the middle, number 34, senior Matthew Geltmacher. The Cyclones are coached by Greg Duncan and assisted by Ian Compton. Your officials for tonight's game are Chet Lynn, Mason Lincoln.
And we're back here as on the floor, the Chargers and the Cyclones here. Glad you're alongside for basketball action. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented to you by MDH. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best in 2017, 18, 19, and again in 20. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Also brought to you by the Community News Brief and JoJo's Gaming Parlor. Manzo will bring it up here, gives it into Richardson, holds it out top here. Man-on-man put on the Cyclones. They try the lob underneath. Andrew Sullivan nearly got it. Richardson puts it up. He'll be fouled. But nice job defensively there by Sullivan, trying to keep him out of the lane. And is going to be his first foul, first on the team, and that'll be Max Richardson up to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Free throw is on the way. No good. Chargers struggled a wee bit from the free throw line in the JV game, continuing here in this one as he'll spot it up for the second one and missed both of them. Rebound chased down in the corner by Reagan Weaver, and back they will come. Dunn working it, works it over and fires it up to Andrew Sullivan. He'll dribble in the lane, tried the bounce down, was trying to work it over for Friday, couldn't get it there. Tapped out of bounds. It'll be Cyclone basketball underneath the near side of the free throw lane. Dunn will trigger in. Sullivan and Friday in the corners into Geltmacher. And they'll work it out top. Swing it to Friday. Friday holding on, coming out to Sullivan, over to Dunn. Down the corner to Geltmacher. Couple bounces up to Dunn. Waits and holds. Now works it out there for Weaver. Weaver back to Dunn, working the near side. Can get things going to Sullivan. He'll put up a 3. Andrew Sullivan ringing up for 3 and makes it 3-0. West Prairie, 7-minute mark here of this first quarter. And holding on to it is Jacob Long. Over to Freeman. Freeman to Manzo. He'll put up the shot. No good. Rebound tipped by Richardson and scooped up in the hands of Weaver. Weaver, the second defensive rebound. Dunn trying to work it up the floor. Lost the handle on it to Weaver. Weaver quickly up and on the way with it. Couple of dribbles. Friday brings it back out to Weaver. Weaver for Geltmacher. Out to Sullivan. Sullivan another 3. It's good! Andrew Sullivan lighting it up. 6-0 West Prairie. Leading Illini West here. 6:25 clock rolling. Quarter 1. Cyclones match up man on man as Freeman gives it out to Long, up to Richardson. He'll look to work on Friday. Hands to Manzo. Working on Dunn. A 2-on-2 to Freeman. He thought 3. Pulls down. Hands it out for Kirkham to Richardson. A bounce. And putting the 3 up, no good. Rebound sky high. Reagan Weaver, 3 defensive rebounds already. Back come the Cyclones. Sullivan thought about the heat check, said no to Geltmacher. He'll drive, put it up, and Richardson will be called for the foul. And that is his first, team first. That'll put Geltmacher at the free throw line. Free throw's good. Cyclones take a 7-0 lead here early on as Geltmacher will spot number 2. Free throw is on the way, no good. And the rebound snapped up by Richardson, and back they'll come the other way. 5:50, clock moving here, 7-0 lead. Shutout pitch so far by the Cyclones as the Chargers work it. Long in the lane for Kirkham, out to Manzo. Manzo, a couple of dribbles, out for Freeman. Freeman Thought about the far side three. No, now drives lane. The 14-footer, no good. Andrew Sullivan quick out of there with the board. Limiting the Chargers to just one shot here so far. Dunn up with it over to Sullivan. He'll spot another three. Got it! Ring it up for Andrew Sullivan. 10-0. Cyclones lead here. 5:22 left in the first quarter. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Live, presented by MDH. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. Manzo triggers in for Long, and now Long dribbles it up the court here, matched up by Geltmacher. Out, he'll come to Kirkham. Kirkham looking for Manzo back deep to Long. And now watching as Richardson going to come down the lane. He was wanting Kirkham, finds Long instead. Now gets to Kirkham over on the far side in the baseline. Working with it into the ball game, and a pass stolen away. Friday up the lane, puts it in and puts it home. As into the game for the Chargers, Logan Kissinger. Back come the Chargers, Richardson. Shot no good, and Dunn down with the rebound. Braxton Dunn heads out of there. 12-0 West Prairie. They tried to get it up to Geltmacher and flung it a little bit long. And now we have the mask or the halfway timeout. As we'll step aside here, this is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Ethan, a blazing hot start here for the Cyclones, specifically Andrew Sullivan. They lead 12-0.
Yeah, you know, I think really what it is the confidence here on senior night, saying this is my shot, this is my chance to show off. It's one of my last games here at home as a senior, so if I see a shot, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to hesitate.
And he has done exactly that. The Illini West Chargers work. Long is holding it out on the near side of the three-point line to Manzo. Manzo switches, looks around, bounces out top now for Kissinger. Jumped at by the aforementioned Sullivan. Kissinger now popping out top is Kirkham over to Richardson. Very methodic offense here, looking for Manzo underneath. Had him, couldn't get him, and Kissinger fires it cross court for Long. Long a couple of dribbles, back out to Richardson. Richardson in the lane to Kissinger. It pops out. Shot hard off the rim, and Reagan Weaver, his 4th defensive rebound of this first quarter. 12-0 Cyclones lead. Dunn to Weaver, down to Sullivan. Sullivan bouncing in for Friday. Looks back, gives it out to Weaver. Watching Geltmacher in the lane. Geltmacher spins, half hook, no good. Rebound Manzo for Illini West. Back will come the Chargers. And a shot on the way, a backboard integrity check by Long. And it comes out in the hands of the Cyclones. Dunn up there with it. Works it to Sullivan. He'll pop another three, missed it. And the rebound snapped up by Kirkham for Illini West. Manzo working out top. Work down to 3 minutes left, 12-0 lead for West Prairie. They look at Richardson, had him in the post, didn't get it to him, to Manzo. Now he cuts in the post, spins in there, shoots shot, it won't go, got his own rebound, puts it up and in, and the Chargers are on the board. Chargers will apply pressure. Weaver bouncing to Dunn. Dunn wheeling up the court, and he'll be bumped and fouled. Take your pick. And they're going to whistle it on Manzo. That is his first team second. Substitutions, Bailey Sullivan will check in for West Prairie. Also checking in is Luke Shirey as Friday and Andrew Sullivan go out. Shirey with it. He'll dribble across half court. And again, the Cyclones matched up here with Illini West. It is man on man. Weaver out top. Holds on Kissinger. Waits, looks, patient look, gives to Shirey. Shirey a couple of bounces inside. He'll fire it out to Dunn. Dunn holds, comes down here for Sullivan. Sullivan spins. Bailey Sullivan looking for some help. Finds Shirey, nearly had it hacked away. And Dunn will put it down, looks to dribble in the lane to Weaver. Weaver in the lane. Geltmacher, nice spin move, puts it up on Richardson, missed it. Rebound fought for, who's got it? Weaver able to gather it back in, but loses it, and Richardson's going to come out with it for Illini West. 12-2 lead here for the Cyclones as Kirkham brings it over to Long. Minute 50 and rolling in the first quarter. Richardson, spin move, the up and under, blocked by Geltmacher. Nice job by him, and out of there with it come the Cyclones. Here comes Dunn. Dunn driving toward the lane, slides in, shot is good with the kiss. A smooch off the glass makes it 14-2, a minute and a half. And counting in the first. Long looking for around for something for the Chargers. Comes to Manzo. And back out to Richardson. Trying to drag Geltmacher out from under the basket. It is Kissinger whipping it to Long. Long couple of dribbles. Out to Kissinger, or out to Richardson rather. He'll put up the three. Hard off the glass. And once again, the man doing some work. 7 rebounds in this quarter for Reagan Weaver so far. 14-2 Cyclone lead, under a minute we go. Braxton Dunn working, comes near side. Watches Shirey go through. Weaver puts it above his head, comes to Geltmacher. He spins the hook, shot, gets it to stick. Geltmacher with 3 in the ball game, 16-2 Cyclones. Back will come the Chargers looking for any kind of answers. The very long Bailey Sullivan working on Long out top. Manzo, and we got an illegal screen inside. Gonna whistle it on Long. Long will pick up his first foul, 3rd on the Charger team. And Friday will check back in. Weaver will go out for West Prairie. He has 6 rebounds in the first quarter. Not bad. 35 seconds left to go here. Shirey tries to work to Bailey Sullivan. Can't come back to him. Comes up to Geltmacher. Geltmacher looking to drive down the lane. Tried the bounce out to Friday. Turns it over. And we've got a foul in the backcourt. And they're going to give it to Friday. That's his first. Second on the team. 16-2 lead now for the Cyclones. As Manzo will dribble. Out top gives to Kissinger. Wheels it over for Kirkham. Kirkham for Richardson. Watching the back cuts and the wheeling. Manzo in the lane. Goes up. Stuffed there. Geltmacher. Now to Dunn. Dunn. Nice bounce pass, but Long able to scoop in there and get it. Friday takes it away. And the Cyclones get it back with 2 seconds left. The shot up and on the way. No good by Shirey. And Manzo's going to climb high to end the quarter. That'll end the first quarter play, 16-2. A 14-point lead for the Cyclones. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Welcome back here as it will be Cyclone basketball to start the second quarter on the floor. It is Weaver, Andrew Sullivan, Bailey Sullivan, joined by Braxton Dunn and Luke Shirey for the Chargers. It is Manzo, Richardson, Long, Kissinger, and Kirkham. We will see another couple substitutions in a few moments. As Shirey works with it on the near side, out to Andrew Sullivan, holds it above his head, looking around, comes to Dunn. The pass comes on the far side, watched Weaver set up. Now out to Andrew Sullivan. He'll put another long three up. Kaboom! 19-2 lead, 17 points. That is fourth three of the first half. 7.5 left to go in the first half. The Chargers come back to work. Long drives lane out to Manzo. Travels with it. Cues up the traveling music, and we'll have a couple of substitutions, or one anyway, for the Chargers. As Trayton Anders will check in. Also, Cole Jackson. And they'll put on pressure. Sullivan into Shirey. Shirey over to Weaver. Weaver wanted to go to Andrew Sullivan. Fake. Nope. Came back to Shirey. Shirey back to Weaver. Weaver with a nice fake. Nearly lost it. Dunn, it says. Gotcha, partner. Picks it up here, and they'll go back to work. Out to Bailey Sullivan, looking at Weaver. Andrew Sullivan, he'll hold. Thought about another three. Richardson said, no, you don't. To Weaver, had Dunn for a second. Hold to Shirey. Shirey to Dunn. Very patient offense here put on by the Cyclones to Bailey Sullivan. He'll hold. Wait and bounce to Andrew. And they'll just continue to look. Weaver working them around, looking for that matchup. As Weaver dribbles down the lane, bounces into Andrew Sullivan, fakes the hook shot, couldn't quite get it to go. And coming out of there with it is Long for the Chargers. He'll drive in, throws it up, no good, and Andrew Sullivan says, give me that thing. Andrew Sullivan playing a whale of a game here. Now as working with it is Dunn, the Cyclones. After Andrew Sullivan, another three, and another three. 5 in the first half, 22-2. Cyclones here. As an old friend of mine would say, see the three, be the three. And now the Cyclones go on defense here as the Chargers work it up and banging one off the glass. Nice job. Bank always open for Cole Jackson. 22-4 lead for West Prairie. Weaver bounces out to Shirey, up to Bailey Sullivan. A Sullivan on Sullivan fast break. Andrew from Bailey puts it up and puts it in. He's got 17 in this first half. 24-4 lead for West Prairie. 5.5 left to go here in this first half. The Cyclones, as the Chargers work, Jackson out to Anders. Looks at Long, going to try to get to Richardson. Nope, to Kirkham. And spotting it up. And just missed by Jackson. Go out of bounds, come back over to the Cyclones. Checking in for Illini West is Brady Robertson. In to Dunn, Dunn to Weaver, back to Dunn. Chargers trying to trap, up to Weaver. Weaver bounces to Bailey Sullivan. Has it stripped away by Anders, up to Robertson. Robertson holds on the far side, bounces lane for Jackson. Jackson steps out of there, comes to Richardson. The big man puts it on the way. He's got it. Had Andrew Sullivan draped all over him and puts it in. 24-7 lead for the Cyclones. Dunn has it picked away again as Jackson able to get it. Anders over to Robertson, and they'll set offense here with 4:45. Clock rolling in this second quarter. Up top for Kirkham. Kirkham waits and holds. To Jackson. Jackson bouncing his way into the lane to Robertson, up to Richardson. Richardson to Kirkham. Both teams patient. Kirkham out to Anders. To Richardson, to Kirkham. Drives down, waits to spin. comes back, loops it up, rebound, tipped around, and Bailey Sullivan will pull it out of there. He'll pull it out, working out the other way. Back comes Braxton Dunn. He works in the lane. Nice double clutch, puts it in and good. The Dipsy-Doo Dunkaroo goes in for Braxton Dunn, 26-7, 19-point lead. Cyclones, Chargers trying to get something flowing offensively here. As Kirkham works to Anders. Anders wheels around out to Jackson. He thought three. Now puts it up, and that one just grazed front of the rim. Rebound, the third defensive rebound for Andrew Sullivan. Off to Dunn. 26-7, Cyclones lead here. 3.5 left to go in the first half. Shirey sets a pick. Andrew Sullivan has it swatted by Richardson. He says rejections are always free. We're going to step aside for just a moment. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live right here. The Community News Brief is a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screen. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer the Cyclones on victory. You can cheer the Spartans too if you so choose. You can choose whoever you want to root for, depending on where you're from. I guess if you're from Illini West, you could root for them too. You can root for whoever you like. It is always your choice. 3:29 left to go in this first half. It has been all Cyclones so far. The Andrew Sullivan Show, unlike the Ed Sullivan Show. Dunn looks to inbounds. Inbounds a nice look to Briar Friday. Puts it up and in and good. 28-7. Robertson dribbles it up here for Illini West. Going to get a pick from Anders, high out top. Gives it out there. Now into the ball game for the Chargers is Forrest Wild. Robertson works it. Out to Jackson. Stripped away by Sullivan. Andrew Sullivan puts it above his head. Needs a little help. Wings it up to Friday. Friday looking at Geltmacher. Kicks it out to Dunn. Dunn drives near baseline. Explodes for the reverse, but fouled on the way up. As Anders looks like he will give the personal foul. Anders commits his first, fourth on the Charger team. Braxton Dunn steps up to the charity stripe. He's got 4 in the ball game so far here this evening. A 28-7 lead for West Prairie. Free throw is no good. Tanner Freeman checks in. He replaces Cole Jackson for Illini West. And Dunn up at the free throw line. We'll try the second one. Ready's the second one. Trying to make it 29. Free throw is good. Gets the second one. He's got 5 in the game. 29-7. Lead for West Prairie. 2:50 left in the first half as Brady Robertson brings it over half court. Luke Shirey matches him up. Now trying a low 1-4 set. Freeman breaks out top. Give to him as Robertson cuts through. Wheels on the outside. Up top for Anders. Over to Richardson. Richardson to Anders. Back to Freeman. Freeman a couple bounces. Comes to Brady Robertson. Looks to go lane. Out to Richardson. Nope. A little too hard. And Briar Friday able to bring it down. Up to Andrew Sullivan. Another 3. Nope. Missed that one. Shirey the rebound. Off to Geltmacher. He'll swoop in. Picked up by Sullivan. He'll shoot shot. Won't go. And the rebound, Richardson out of there with it for the Chargers. Back the other way they'll come. They bring it out to Freeman. He shakes And unfortunately, a little bit too much bake as he travels with it. That gives it back over to West Prairie as we count down toward 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Dunn looking to come toward the far side. Now comes back high 1-4 center, a double stack set, depending on how you want to look at it. Friday dribbling out over to Geltmacher to Dunn. Going to give him a pick. Bounces around it in the lane. Scoop shot is good. I don't know. I can't remember what the dance is, but you lean to the left, lean to the right. I don't do those kind of fancy dances anymore. Forrest Wild holds it for the Chargers. Up to Freeman, 31-7 lead for Illini West. Robertson will stroke it on the way. And right up there with it is Geltmacher, his third board of the first half. 31-7 lead here. Sullivan says, I'll try another. He gets it! Bomb time 3, 6 in the first half. 34-7 lead now for West Prairie. Under a minute we go here in this first half. As Robertson goes to work off to Anders on the far side. Top for Wild, Richardson. Gives the look on the cut through, then gives up to Freeman. Chargers trying to get something going on the inside. Haven't had much there. Richardson, a couple dribbles. Down for Anders to Robertson. To Freeman. Into Richardson. Richardson with two guys behind him. Swatted away by Geltmacher. And gathered by Wild. Thrown away. And out of there with it comes Shirey. A lob up to Geltmacher. Geltmacher reverse is good. 36-7. All Cyclones here in this first half. 20 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Tanner Freeman working off for Wild. Wild out for Richardson. Richardson give down to Robertson. And they're trying to get Richardson down in the post. Haven't had much chance to. Wild looks to dribble on Dunn. Comes to the baseline. Gets under the basket. Loops it out. Robertson up to Richardson. And that's going to be the first half. That is the second time tonight the Chargers have not gotten a shot off at the end of the first half. Did it in the JV game, did it here again in the varsity game. 36-7, all Cyclones in the first half. Let's take this timeout. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room, prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
You see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room, prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
And we are back here. Let's do the halftime stats for you, scoring quarter by quarter. It was 16-2 West Prairie at the end of one, and they outscored the Chargers 20-5 in the second quarter play. Now lead it 36-7. The big story, Andrew Sullivan, 6 threes in this first half of play, has 20 points, 7 in the game for Braxton Dunn. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 in the game for Briar Friday, 5 in the game for Matt Geltmacher. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Leading the way for the Chargers, 5 in the game for Max Richardson. Cole Jackson with a 2. Checking the rebounding stats, West Prairie dominating a 16-5 advantage, really letting the Chargers just have one shot each time as they've out-rebounded the Chargers defensively 13-4. Turnover-wise, dead even at 4 in this first half of play. Going to bring in Ethan Hunt here. Ethan, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, you said it. West Prairie is just absolutely dominating on the offensive and defensive rebounds. And I think part of that reason is because West Prairie is not missing very many shots. If you watch on the defensive end as well, West Prairie is only allowing Illini West to get one shot per possession, getting the defensive rebound, and then getting right back on offense. So it's no surprise that West Prairie here has a almost 29-point lead, or 19-point lead here going into the third quarter.
And it has been very impressive what they have done shooting-wise. Like I said, Andrew Sullivan, 6 threes in that first half, and coming on a senior night. You are listening to and watching. I kept saying you're actually watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We can laugh about it now. But we had some struggles here early on. I got to give a shout out to Ethan again. Also, Dwayne Hewlett and folks, we're getting this going. We're trying to put together about 3 sets of equipment to do a lot of different ball games. You'll hear junior high volleyball, junior high boys basketball, high school boys and girls basketball. Eventually, you'll hear volleyball. So a lot of balls bouncing in the air, and pun intended, as we'll have a lot of things going on for you all over the place as we get ready for this third quarter play. Glad you are listening in wherever you are. If you're the folks from Illini West, glad you're alongside here tonight. We'll see if the Chargers can get it turned around in the second half as they try to get something positive rolling here. Just been red hot shooting in this first half. Andrew Sullivan, what a performance, 20 in the first half of play. And I'm sure Coach Justin Ellison will have something designed to counteract that. Tim Lafferty with some last-end words there, the newly minted grandfather. Just had a young one, Dakota Lafferty, INOS volleyball coach. And she'll be in action, I believe, in a little about 3 weeks or so. Volleyball getting started as well. Manzo, Long, Kirkham, Freeman, and Richardson on the floor for the Chargers. The Chargers get it in. Nice pass to Kirkham, and he lays it up and in. Beauty of a play to start the second half. Makes it 36-9. Chargers putting on pressure. Sullivan has it go through his hands. Freeman back up with it. Threw it a little long of Long. And then has his pass tapped out of bounds by Friday. It is Weaver, Friday, Geltmacher, Andrew Sullivan, and Braxton Dunn on the floor for West Prairie. 36-9 here. Manzo trying to cut a little more off that lead. Down to Long, has Richardson with nice position and makes a good spin. Puts it up and in. Cyclones working pressure. Bounce to Sullivan on the near side, to Dunn on the far side. And he brings it across half court, bursts in the lane, and is fouled on the way through. Kirkham with the personal foul, and that's going to put Braxton Dunn up to the free throw line. Dunn sets himself at the free throw line, 36-11. West Prairie, Dunn, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. First one rolls over the rim and good. The home rim effect. Dunn puts home his 8th point. And the second one is good as well. Back to a 38-11 advantage. As the Chargers trying to go back on offense, try to chip a little more away. Kirkham looking down to Richardson, out to Freeman. A bounce, and he'll swing it to Long. Watching Richardson cut in, gets it to him. He'll spin, but his triple team wheels it out to Long. Long in the lane to Richardson, out to Manzo. 3 is up, no good. And the rebound, Weaver squares it away. Reagan Weaver has been great on the boards, 8 in the game. And we've got a foul as 3 Chargers surrounded Braxton Dunn. And that's going to be Manzo, his second on the team in the second half. Weaver going to bring it inbounds. Geltmacher and Sullivan are up. Giving a look into Geltmacher over the top, and he'll get it to Dunn. Dunn over to Andrew Sullivan. Fakes, gives it to Friday. Friday waits, tried to bounce it to Geltmacher, bounced it at his feet. Freeman up with it. Off to Richardson, who will bring it over the timeline. 38-11 lead for the Cyclones. Manzo in the corner, drives in on the far side, wheels it to Freeman. 3 up, and missed it. Rebound, Kirkham sky high for the board. And they'll set it again out to Manzo. 3-pointer is good. 38-14, Chargers making a little dent in this lead as we've got a 2-on-1 break. Friday up the lane, in and good. Beat the press. 40-14 lead at West Prairie. Long, couple of dribbles out there. Geltmacher guarding him to Richardson. Watching Freeman cut out top, gives on the pass, and now watching more action underneath. Richardson to Manzo. Manzo again out to Richardson. Swings it cross court to Freeman. Trying to get something going in the lane there. Kirkham puts it on the floor. Weaver doing a nice job staying in front to Manzo. Watching Freeman cut through. Down it comes to Long. Out for Freeman. He'll toe up the 3. It is Long. And Braxton Dunn up high for the board. He'll burst out of there. He has Weaver ahead of him. Dunn in the lane. Goes up. Shot is good. Braxton Dunn puts it up and in, makes it 42-14, but right back come the Chargers. Manzo, long 3, no good. And Friday down with the rebound. Braxton Dunn brings it up out of there to Weaver, over to Sullivan. He'll toe up a 3, nope. And the rebound to Kirkham. Kirkham in a hurry up the floor. 42-14 lead West Prairie. Shot is no good. Braxton Dunn another rebound. He'll run it back the other way. Near side, stutter step, shoots it on a Freeman. No good. Freeman gets the rebound. Good defense played there by Tanner. Back come the Chargers. Long in the lane. Up to Richardson. He'll fake. Couple of dribbles. 10-foot jumper is good. The pace has increased maddeningly. 42-16 lead for West Prairie. Andrew Sullivan has it tapped away. Long in the lane. Trying to draw a little contact. Got the layup to go. And we've got a timeout called by West Prairie. 42-18. The lead down to 24 as the Chargers trying to get themselves back in the game and doing a great job pushing the tempo. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Also brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game night, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH events live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell. You can cheer our area athletes on to victory. And of course, again, you are listening to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH here, as the Chargers have made quite a, well, again, pun intended, charge toward the Cyclones. We're just going to check, and they have outscored the Cyclones in the quarter 11-6. And a lot of it is behind the Chargers' increased pace. Brady Robertson will check in. Also for the Chargers coming in is Logan Kissinger. Weaver into Andrew Sullivan to Dunn. Dunn stepping around Kissinger. Up to the outside, wheels it out to Reagan. Weaver down for Friday, wide open, puts it up, but Richardson recovers and gives it the block. They'll push it back the other way. His second block of the night. Robertson to Richardson, 3 is up. No good, and the rebound in the hands of Andrew Sullivan. His 4th rebound of the night. 42-18 lead, 24. Sullivan bouncing to Weaver. Weaver going up, puts it up, and puts it in. 44-18. And trying to really push the tempo. That's sometimes what happens is you get the press pushing so hard up front And West Prairie has some tall guys that can look over the top of it. Long on the dribble as they wait for Kissinger to come out top, gives it to him. To Long, watching Kirkham, now to Richardson. Richardson works the near baseline, now to Kissinger. He'll toe up the three, short, and the rebound, Andrew Sullivan able to chase it down. He'll wheel it up to Luke Shirey into the ball game, and they'll set the offense up here as Weaver steps up into it. Over to Andrew Sullivan, jumped at by Richardson, and I would think you would. He's the hottest he's been in the game. Dunn holds it. Waits and comes over to Friday. Friday looking for Andrew Sullivan. Three is up and on the way. No good. And the rebound fought for. Robertson had it. Kirkham able to pick it up from him and takes off the other way. Wheels it on a nice fast break. Kissinger missed the lay-in. Andrew Sullivan high for the board, and back will come the Cyclones. They throw it away. That's going to get up to Robertson. Banks it off the glass. Yes, and it will count. Foul is going to be whistled on Weaver. That is his first foul, first on the team in the second half. Anders in, also making an appearance here in the ball game this evening. Nolan Dietrich. 44-20 lead for West Prairie as Robertson up at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. Does not. And I don't know who put the lid on the basket, but free throw shooting for both teams has been a challenge. Dunn up the floor to Sullivan, breaks away from Richardson, goes up, shot is good. Andrew Sullivan plows his way in, and his 22nd point, 46-20. Lead for West Prairie, 2:25, clock rolling in the third as Robertson gives it out to Dietrich, up top Anders. Anders with a shake and looks for Richardson, nope, Robertson. Robertson out for Kirkham, couple of dribbles, Anders nearly left it. Gathers it back in to Dietrich. Dietrich back to Kirkham. He'll pop it up quick. No good. And Andrew Sullivan, another rebound, heading toward a double-double. And Cyclones got a little greedy there, trying to fling it up the floor and get the fast break. Stolen away. The Chargers come back. Richardson in the corner. Dietrich, no good. And Sullivan, another board. His 8th board of the ball game. The Cyclones trying to work it up and have it tapped away. Dunn comes out. To Friday to Sullivan, another open three, no good, and the rebound snapped up by Braxton Dunn. He'll wheel it out to Briar Friday. He'll put up a three, no good, rebound Weaver, and off to Shirey. Dunn's 4th rebound. Weaver has scooped a bunch in as well. He's got 9. And the Chargers tap it away on a steal. Kirkham, he's going to be fouled by Dunn on the reach around, as he got the steal. And coming in for the Chargers is number 21, Cole Jackson. Andrew Sullivan coming up. Bailey Sullivan, Brandon Clark, and Matt Geltmarker will come in, as Friday and Weaver will also sit. 46-20 lead for the Cyclones. Robertson into Anders. Anders will give it out to Dietrich. Dietrich back to Robertson. Shirey jumping at him. Coach Ellison right there was not happy with something, or somebody weren't where they weren't supposed to be. Kirkham out top. Under a minute we go here. Anders with the hold to Robertson. Robertson over to Dietrich. Dietrich working on Dunn. Up top. They drive in. Jackson out to Anders. Fakes. Drives lane and is fouled. And we'll see who the foul is going to be whistled on. Is going to whistle it on Bailey Sullivan. He'll give his. Let's see, give his first and the 3rd on the team. That's going to put Anders up at the free throw line shooting a pair. Trayton Anders with 49 seconds left. Free throw is no good. 46-20, trying to cut it down to a 25-point lead. A couple of dribbles. Anders on the way. No good as well. And Brandon Clark with the rebound. And Clark helping with the call there, as had a little fight over the ball. And now pressure again. Shirey will bring it to bounds. Dunn, Bailey, Sullivan, and Geltmacher up. Clark's about at half court into Geltmacher. Geltmacher up to Dunn. Dunn on the run as a 2-on-2 if he wants it. Nope, he says I'll pull it out. Comes out to Shirey, and they'll work here. Would imagine Greg Duncan will go for one shot here. Shirey bounces up to Dunn. Dunn with Robertson draped all over him. Looks to drive near side. And we've got a foul whistled on Robertson. That will be his first team, third. And so it'll be Cyclone basketball underneath the basket as they triggered in. 26 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Dunn. Waits. Got to get going. And a 5-second violation on the Cyclones as they just couldn't get the ball inbounds. And the turnover brings it back over to Illini West. Dietrich will walk it up here for Illini West. Illini West going to work for one. Kirkham looking out top for Jackson. Jackson dribbling to Kirkham over for Anders. Anders with a fake, 10 seconds left. Clock counting. Dietrich waiting out to Anders. Three is on the way, no good. Dunn the rebound. He'll dribble up, has three, has two. Tried to get it to Shirey and threw it long with 0.5 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Robertson will throw it in. Robertson throws it in, and Geltmacher with the steal. Made the nice interception. 46-20 lead at the end of the third quarter play for West Prairie. Let's take this time out on TSSR Game Time Live.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
Back here at Scioto as the Cyclones will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. They have Bailey Sullivan, Matt Geltmacher, also Brandon Clark, Braxton Dunn, and Luke Shirey. On the floor for Illini West, it is Nick Manzo, Cole Kirkham, joined out there as well by Jacob Long, Max Richardson, and Tanner Freeman. Starting lineup for the Chargers. As they try to pressure a little bit, Shirey bounces to Dunn. Dunn, couple of dribbles, back to Shirey. Shirey for Clark. Clark watching Bailey Sullivan cut through, comes to Dunn. He'll work near side on Kirkham, and Kirkham's going to give the lean in and the foul. His second, fourth on the team. And Cyclones will bring it inbounds. West Prairie triggers it underneath the basket. Double stack at the free throw line. Clark setting a nice pick into Geltmacher. Geltmacher a dribble on Richardson. The fadeaway hook, no good. And Tanner Freeman, sky high, snaps up the board. Back will come the Chargers. Long, quickly in the lane, no good. And the rebound, Braxton Dunn snaps it up. He'll walk it up, or kind of jog it up for the Cyclones. Gets a pick from Geltmacher in the lane out to Bailey Sullivan. Three is up, no good. Rebound fought for. And they're going to say Geltmacher stepped on the line. Sub for West Prairie. As coming in now is Kyle Rhodes. He'll check in here, 46-20. Brandon Clark goes out. Manzo with it, holds on. Gives a few dribbles out to Freeman on the pass. Over too long dribbles on Sullivan. And an illegal screen. So Kirkham going to give his third personal foul, fifth on the team on the illegal screen. Chargers applying pressure here, 46-20, 7 minutes left to go in the game. Bailey Sullivan quickly up the court, lobs it down for Rhodes. Rhodes goes to put it up, and Richardson swats it. Nice job by Freeman under the basket. Threw it off of Rhodes and got it back over to the Chargers. Long gives it over for Manzo as the Chargers go back to work here, trying to chip more off this lead. To Freeman, over to Kirkham. Kirkham to Richardson. Couple of dribbles, wanted to wheel to Manzo, thought about shot, pulls it down. Gives a look to Freeman. Freeman with a bounce and goes over to Long. Long with wheeling to Richardson. Richardson to Kirkham. Kirkham over to Freeman. Freeman, a fake, working on Rhodes. He'll give down to Manzo. 6:20 left to go here in the game. Manzo in the lane. Out to Kirkham. Pops the three up. No good. Rebound fought for. Freeman another rebound. Dribbles and gives out to Long. He sets himself. Three is up. No good. And they're going to whistle on Freeman. Going to give him a foul. That is his first, 6th on the team. As Shirey will check out. Coming back in, Andrew Sullivan for West Prairie. Geltmucker looks to throw it in. And Andrew over to Geltmucker. A couple of dribbles. He'll wheel it up to Bailey Sullivan. Comes to the near side. Wants to give it to Braxton. Instead goes down to Geltmucker. Geltmucker explodes in the lane. Shot rolls in and good. Geltmucker has his 7th point of the night. 48-20 lead. For West Prairie, 5:45, clock rolling, 4th quarter. Manzo lobs down to Freeman, goes up. Sullivan bothered a little bit. Freeman gets his own rebound, missed it again to Manzo. He spots 3, no good. And Geltmucker out of there with the rebound. Geltmucker pulls it out of there, over to Andrew Sullivan. Holds in the lane, Geltmucker again, up to Dunn. Dunn, couple of dribbles down the lane, shot no good, and Richardson out of there. Up to Manzo. Manzo going to push the throttle to Richardson, over to Freeman. Chargers resetting their offense here with 5 minutes left to go in the ball game as Kirkham works. Out to Manzo. He'll hold on, come into Richardson. Richardson, the spin move. Nice. Nifty move. Puts it in and cuts it to 48-22. Done. Up to Bailey Sullivan. Out for Geltmucker. Geltmucker down the lane. Avoids Freeman. Puts it up and in. He's got 9 tonight. One of the seniors they were celebrating, 50-22. Long quickly back to Richardson. Illini West sets offense. Kirkham down to Freeman. Freeman gives it a look, goes up to Manzo. Now in the lane to Richardson, out to Freeman. He'll toe up 3, no good. Rebound tapped, and Long able to slip his way in there, put it up and in, and good. 50-24, Andrew Sullivan. Holds it in the backcourt, throws it away. Manzo with the steal to Kirkham. Down to Long, puts up shot, won't go. Rebound, Geltmucker down with another one. And Dunn brings it up to Andrew Sullivan. Andrew Sullivan thought 3, puts it up as Freeman got up underneath him and draws the foul. And that one of those, a James Harden-esque move, I would guess you would say. Drawing the foul, so Andrew Sullivan will be up at the free throw line to shoot the 3, or color in the Caterpillar as we call it. Sullivan with the first. He's got 23 in the game now. Ready's the second one. On the way, good. Wholesale substitutions as Jackson Kissinger, also Forrest Wild check in. Reagan Weaver, Friday, and Shirey back in for West Prairie. Sullivan, a 52-24 lead. Sullivan misses the third one, and it's 52-24. They lob it up the court. Sliding in the lane was Wild, and threw it, tapped away by Andrew Sullivan. Anders going to check in, as is Robertson. Manzo and Richardson take a seat, as Brady Robertson will bring it in underneath the near side of the free throw lane. Everybody lined up along the baseline as Robertson looks to bounce it in Anders, and Shirey says, let's do it again. Fun enough, they'll try it again. 3:57 left to go in the game, 52-24 lead for West Prairie. Anders handing off to Robertson, chased by Shirey. Wanted to load the post. And now out to Jackson. Jackson with a few dribbles into the lane. Tried to get to Robertson. Tapped away. Jackson sets up a 17-footer, no good. Rebound Anders, back out to up top. Kissinger, 3 rolls out, and Andrew Sullivan a rebound. He wheels away from trouble, tried to throw it to Shirey, threw it away. Robertson, nice save, brings it in to Jackson, who puts it up and puts it in. Timeout called by Illini West, 52-26 lead here for the Cyclones. And this is TSSR Game Time Live, presented here by MDH. McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers, MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And as we get close to the end of this ball game, a great senior night for the Cyclones, 52-26. They lead it here. And don't forget, equipment willing, a double dip for you tomorrow night. The boys are here, and I know the junior high volleyball girls are at Colchester, as trying to make arrangements. And folks, this is all evolving on the fly, and you got to give a hat off to Dwayne Hewlett for getting this all together here. As we work along here, this has been something else. This has evolved very rapidly from me doing it on an iPad to this setup. Still not sure I understand how it all gets together. Inbounds to Weaver. Weaver lobbing up to Shire over his head, and Wild going to pick it up. Wild drives in the lane up to Anders. Anders holds, swings it to Robertson. Out to Kissinger, to Jackson. Couple of dribbles down, and Andrew Sullivan picks his pocket. We've got a foul on Anders as he commits his second foul, the 8th on the team. Up to the free throw line sips Andrew Sullivan. And Sullivan on the night, 24 points here tonight. A huge night for him. There was 6 threes in the first half. Hasn't quite found the range in the second half of play as Sullivan, Andrew that is, sets himself at the free throw line. Couple of bounces on the way. It's good. He is 3 of 4 from the charity stripe tonight. Nowhere that he hasn't shot pretty good. Or pretty well, I guess, depending. I wasn't an English major either. I was a broadcasting major, so we didn't worry too much about that. Jackson and Wild will check out as Dietrich and Richardson check back in. Sullivan sets himself, trying to make it 26. Second one, you betcha. 26 in the game here, 54-26. 28-point lead now for the Cyclones of West Prairie. Richardson, a bounce. Works it over for Anders. Anders for Kissinger. He gives a look over to Dietrich. Near side, they'll work it down. Richardson thought about the fadeaway, kind of chucks it up. And he drew the foul, got Friday up in the air. As he picks up his second foul, 4th on the team. Max Richardson to the free throw line. And the official explaining what happened there. Not sure if it was a make good or not. As Richardson ready to set himself. Free throw on the way. Short off the front of the rim. 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. And this has not been a great free throw shooting night for the Chargers here, as they have struggled. Second one is good. 54-27. Inbounds to Shirey, up to Andrew Sullivan. He spins in the lane, scoops it for Weaver. You got it. Why not? 56-27. Beauty of a fast break put together there. 2.5 left to go in the ball game as Dietrich works it. Dietrich over to Kissinger, watching Robertson on the baseline. In the lane to Anders. Out to Dietrich. Tip his dribble, comes to Richardson. A fake. He'll motor his way down. And Friday will say, get that something out of here. Rhodes and Bailey Sullivan will check in. Matt Geltmacher and Andrew Sullivan. Andrew Sullivan, what a night for him. 56-27. The Cyclones leading here by 29 as we count down to 2:19 left. Lob in from Dietrich to Richardson. Looked at Robertson. Nope, to Anders. Kissinger going to take a couple of bounces out there. Then he'll give it over to Dietrich. Dietrich waits. Over to Robertson. Wanted to bounce into Richardson. They had the lob to him. Anders wanted to, then put it down. Now Richardson will step back, try the step back three. No good. Rebound Anders. Anders secures it, and Richardson is really working inside there. Steal by Friday. He's going to drive it in, lays it up. Yes! And it counts. Briar Friday explodes to the hole and will have another one as Kissinger will give the personal. Brandon Clark in, Reagan Weaver going out, one of the seniors for this West Prairie program. And now Friday stepping up at the free throw line. Will spot the free throw. Puts it up and on the way. It is no good. And rebound chased down. Anders pulls it out of there as they'll bring it back the other way. Up to Kissinger in the lane. He'll slide one home and in. And a nice fast break by the Chargers. Laughlin will come in. Briar Friday will check out, trying to get the seniors a round of applause. And the Chargers will bring several back in here. They bring in Long, Freeman, Kirkham, also Wild and Manzo. Denver Mitchell will check in as well. He'll replace Logan Shirey. Minute 26 left to go here in the game. 58-29 lead West Prairie. Bailey Sullivan into Clark. Up to Laughlin, who got a little excited, got it down. Mitchell will work it here, loops it up for Rhodes. Rhodes drives toward the lane, spin and passes for Laughlin. Clark kind of working in the lane, gives a back cut to Mitchell. Mitchell couldn't get it to go as he had one for Mr. Castleberry. Out to Wild, over to Long. Nice fast break. Chargers had some shining moments here in this ball game as they pressure still on the break. Bailey Sullivan working it up to Mitchell with 50 seconds left. Works the near side. Down for Laughlin. Nobody picked him up. I don't know who was watching him, but nobody picked him up. Drives in, puts it up and in, and makes it 60-31. 40 seconds left. Manzo explodes the lane to Long. Off to Kirkham. He'll wheel it to Wild. Wild to Manzo. Out to Freeman. A fake and down the lane. Freeman bounces out for Manzo. Shot no good. Freeman another offensive rebound. Puts it up and loops it in. As Laughlin works there in the corner, 18 seconds left. Up to Bailey Sullivan. Sullivan driving there on Long. Over to Laughlin, and they'll just hold it here. 60-33 is going to be our final score here on the evening. What a wonderful night for these West Prairie seniors as they played well. We are going to step aside here for a couple minutes. Be back with the stats in just a moment. You're listening to the TSR Game Time Live right here, presented by MDH.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room. Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, you know, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our number one priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
We are back here live on the post-game show, and Greg Duncan going to make his way up here. Coach Duncan, slide on over here. And, Coach, wow, could you have scripted any better first quarter for your guys?
We did, and we came out ready to play and knew what we had to do from the start, and our boys executed a perfect game plan.
And how about the shooting of one of your seniors, Andrew Sullivan? My goodness, just ripped the nets. I thought you were going to have to replace him at halftime.
You know, Andrew's been shooting well here lately and got hot tonight and made some baskets early. And when he does that, he plays with confidence. And, you know, confidence is the key with Andrew. And he got out there and made his first couple shots early and stayed hot the whole first half.
Got to say I was impressed with Matt Geltmacher, Reagan Weaver, and Andrew tonight. I know Geltmacher and Sullivan very close to a double-double unofficially. My stats are always unofficial. But all of them came in, played, put their heart on the line tonight, showing senior leadership.
Yeah, those seniors have been, you know, key focal point for this team for 2 years now. And they came out and showed how, you know, what hard work and determination can do. We haven't rebounded the ball very well all year until tonight. And we've been preaching on that in practice, and we got to the point where I think they're seeing the benefits of all that hard work they're putting in.
And I didn't want to forget Briar Friday in that, too. He did a fantastic job tonight. Like I said, really impressed with these guys. I have been watching you in practices. I've been here for the girls' games, and you see things are really starting to click for these guys.
They are. We got off to a little bit of a slow start there in the middle, lost those 3 games in a row, and, you know, a couple of them were winnable, I thought, in my opinion, but we just didn't execute. And our practices have been really focused on executing and doing the little things right, because good teams have to do little things right. And if we don't, we give teams extra possessions, and those end up costing us. So those seniors have really been good leaders and have helped push us in the right direction with Briar and Andrew and Reagan and Matt. You know, those guys are on point with keeping everybody in line.
Well, and I thought, you know how this season is going to be a weird season. Everybody's talked about it to death. And you have a chance to be, you know, usually it's just the first and third place team that end their season on a wins in state, you know, in the state tournament. This year, almost everybody, you can end it on a win. You can end on a strong note and end your high school career on a great note. And it's important for your guys to know that.
Yeah, you know, this year's been, like you said, totally different. You know, I think most of our kids are just thankful for the opportunity to play during this pandemic. And it doesn't matter if you're 1-13 or 13-0, you're going to get to play on that last day of the year and hopefully come out with a win and be one of those teams that win. And, you know, in a normal year, the first and third place, like you said, are the only two that win. And, you know, here we can come out and finish strong the rest of the next 7 or 8 games, finish strong. And, you know, we can put an 8-game winning streak. We'll have a good year.
All righty. Thanks, Coach Duncan, for joining us. Glad we could be alongside you tonight.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate all you do for us.
And we're going to do a quick run through of the stats. Couldn't be a senior night if we didn't do a quick run through of the stats here this evening. And leading the way for the Cyclones, 26 for Andrew Sullivan, 4 of 5 shooting from the free throw line, 6 3-pointers in the ball game. Braxton Dunn with 11. He was 3 of 4 from the line. 2 for Jensen Laughlin, 8 for Briar Friday. Also Reagan Weaver with 4 in the ball game, 9 for Matt Geltmacher, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For the Chargers, 3 in the game for Nick Manzo, 2 each for Cole Kirkham and Brady Roberts, along with Logan Kissinger, 6 for Jacob Long, 4 for Cole Jackson, 12 for Max Richardson, and 2 for Tanner Freeman. That is going to wrap up our broadcast for the night. Thank you for tuning us in. Thank you for turning us on. This has been TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ooh.